Ahoy! Captain Benzie here, coming at all you Armajet pilots with something a little different. For a while now, I've been wanting to step up the Loadout Lowdown series of videos. It's just felt like there's a little something missing from them each. When update 1.7 landed and gave us all the ability to view even the weapon skins that we don't have, well, I realised that I wanted to talk about each of the unique weapon skins and what it is that they reference. So, going forward, all future Loadout Lowdown videos will have a section on that weapon's epic and legendary skins, and this video is part 1 of me going back over the weapons that we've already looked at, starting with the first 3, the Black Tusk, Tremor, and Longclaw. Now, I have done as much research as I can on these, but if you think I've missed something, please let me know in the comments section below. Also, these references are purely my interpretation of each of the skins. Before we begin, I do also want to give a big shout out and thank you to my Patreons. These amazing people help keep this channel going with their kind donations. If you want to support this channel, you can do so by pledging your own support on Patreon, or by letting the adverts here on YouTube play out. That all said, let's start with the Black Tusk. Coffee Break is one of the most interesting skins in my opinion. I love the flavor text and the kill card at the bottom. This is, of course, a reference to the joke and stereotype about American cops being obsessed with donuts, and I love how tasty the skin looks. Not just the icing and sprinkles, but even that soft, doughy brown bit. Grand Prix is a cool looking skin based around a Formula 1 car. I really like the carbon fibre effect over the metallic areas of the gun, and this turquoise red and white team colour detailing gives a really nice finish to the weapon. It's a really minimalistic skin, but in my opinion, looks like a real champion's weapon. Of the 3 epic skins for the Black Tusk, however, Soaked has to be my favourite. It reminds me of my childhood when we used to go out and play in the streets during the summer holidays. Soaked, of course, is a reference to the Super Soaker water guns we used back then. Remember those? You'd fill the tank with water, screw it to the top of the gun and pump the gun to make pressure. Oh, the memories. The Black Tusk is unique in having 3 legendary skins. The first we'll look at is this one, the Chroma skin. This skin showcases the Razer Chroma RGB lighting effect that Razer uses on so many of their products. Armajet is supported by Razer, hence the cameo here. I did a full video on this skin, including how to get it, and I've put a link on screen now if you're interested in learning more. Next up is the Blackheart. This was given to pilots who logged in around Valentine's Day 2019. As it's a Black Tusk skin, it's guaranteed that every player can use it, and I've got to admit, it feels pretty insulting to be hosed down by a pearlescent rifle decorated with hot pink love hearts, which, of course, just adds to the appeal of this alluring skin. Carrie Underwood once sang that Cupid has a shotgun. Well, apparently he's upgraded to a fully automatic assault rifle. Finally, for the Black Tusk, we have Virtual. With its black coloration and neon blue highlights, alongside the cyberpunk flavor text and kill card reminiscent of the famous light cycle scene, I believe that this skin is referencing the Tron films, an amazing sci-fi film from the late 70s that was then rebooted with a follow-up a few years back called Tron Legacy. 100% if you haven't, you should check them out if you haven't seen them already. One of my favourite film franchises and worth watching. On to the Tremor now. The first skin we'll look at is the Cleopatra. Now, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm not sure what the reference is here. If any, it's an awesome looking skin, yeah sure, with a great kill card and amusing flavour text. But I don't get any special reference here other than Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt. And believe me, this actually got me to sit and read through the entire Wikipedia page for Cleopatra, just to see if there was anything I was missing here. If you know something I don't know, let me know in the comments. The Guardian, or Threshold Guardian as it used to be known, I feel is a much more obvious reference. With the large worm-like creature, I believe that this is a reference to the film Tremors. Also, the colour scheme chosen looks a lot like the flak cannon from Unreal Tournament, a game that we know heavily inspired Armajet. The flak cannon is also a shotgun-like weapon that fires bouncing projectiles, just like the Tremor. Now this is probably one of the easier skins to get the references for. First of all, a Tremor is a type of earthquake, hence Quake. Secondly, Quake is a first-person shooter made by id Software back in 1996, a game that is largely attributed as the game that gave birth to the arena shooter genre, with its multiplayer. That's a genre arguably at its purest form in 1999's Quake 3 Arena. I did a video on the importance of Quake 3 Arena overall and in reference to Armajet, and I also did a video on how to play the Quake series on your phone. If you've not played these seminal games, you really should give them a try and see where Armajet's inspiration comes from. The Firecracker is a special skin that was given to pilots who logged in during Chinese New Year 2019, hence the gold and red detailing, which is synonymous with Chinese New Year. The name Firecracker is because of the firecrackers set off during the celebrations and their shotgun-like sounds. This was also given as a matching set with the Fortune frag, but I'll cover that in a future video. Now this crazy looking assortment colours is Sweet Crush, and I don't think the reference could be any more obvious if they tried. The vibrant colours, the kill card, and the text all seem to strongly allude to the Match 3 game Candy Crush. Did you know that Candy Crush was possibly the first game to popularise the freemium model, using microtransactions to buy more lives to keep playing, and special power-ups to make the game easier? These are two microtransaction types that Super Bit Machine have sworn away from, so I guess it kinda makes sense that they'd pay an ironic homage here. Now, the Longclaw is the last of the three starting weapons to look at. Firstly, the Squat. This appears to be referencing the Slav Squad. Now, in order to avoid possibly offending anyone here, I'm just going to quote this directly from digitmagazine.com. Being a squatting Slav is all about being immersed in the criminal Gopnik subculture. This explains why the squatting Slav meme can be spotted on the internet mainly in the form of pictures of people squatting down, giving a haughty look, usually wearing an Adidas tracksuit. Why squatting? Apparently to avoid sitting on cold prison floors. Why Adidas, however you say it? Well, the Russian 1980 Olympics. Really, the more you know. Bird of Prey is, quite obviously from the kill card artwork and the fact that it is literally covered in golden feathers, based on the Golden Eagle. The Longclaw as a weapon is often used to fly around the arena and swoop in for precision kills, just like an eagle, fitting therefore that if that's your playstyle with this weapon, this may be the perfect skin for you. If you've ever faced a good Longclaw player, this next skin can be easily understood. The headache is a reference to the nature of a sniper rifle, an unseen opponent taking their target down in a single shot, from an unreachable distance, meaning they are an absolute headache to deal with. The X-ray nature of the skin and the kill card artwork seem to, in my mind at least, to also be a reference to the Sniper Elite series of games where slow motion X-ray kill cams are used prominently. The Longclaw is a bit of a joke in the Armajet community. This weapon was hinted at as a possible St. Patrick's Day skin, but it only surfaced once update 1.7 landed. Of course, with the Catholic Church reminiscent stained glass artwork of a saint chasing the snakes out of Ireland, with the skin being covered in metallic emerald green shamrocks and the flavour text referencing the drinking event synonymous with the celebration, well, the St. Patrick's Day references are clear. This is one of my favourite skins, despite its simplicity. The Old Faithful is a strong homage to Western films. The design of the skin is reminiscent of the long rifles used in the Old West, like the old Smith & Wesson models. Clint Eastwood would be proud. Now, if only there were a skin out there that completed that look with a good old 6-shooter to match. Maybe I'm getting a bit ahead of myself there. And with that, we round up the first 3 weapons in Armajet. I'll be back soon with a video covering the other weapons I've already covered in the Loadout Lowdown series, the Badger, the Thunderstorm, the Venom, and the Ripper. So slap that subscribe button if you enjoyed this video, there is another one just like it on the way. What's your favourite skin though for the 3 starting weapons, and why? Think I missed a reference in one of these skins? Let me know in the comments below. Happy sailing, and see you in the arena.